It was a day of grand tradition. President Trump's inauguration, marking a cornerstone of our democracy, the peaceful transition of power. Tonight, the new First Family celebrating.
We did it.
At all-out glamorous affairs. But this morning, as crowds of supporters gathered on the Mall in Washington, the mood subdued.
The office of President of the United States.
And with that oath, the same oath that George Washington took, and only 45 men in the history of our republic have taken, the Donald J. Trump years have begun.
In his first speech as president, what we heard was a fiery, vintage Trump with a populist message.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
Big promises to the people who got him here.
The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
Just feet away from former presidents, his former rival, and members of Congress, he slammed the Washington establishment.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government, while the people have borne the cost.
He insulted basically all of the former presidents who were sitting feet from him.
They all showed up to give legitimacy to his presidency and to honor the country. And then he gives a speech that basically says, these guys have left America a mess.
This was Trump's day, and he did it his way, kicking it all off with a tweet, writing, "It all begins today. I will see you at 11 a.m. for the swearing in. The movement continues. The work begins." The first stop, a prayer service at St. John's Church. Vice President Mike Pence sharing this image from the front pew. Meanwhile, President Obama keeping a long-standing tradition, seen for the final time in the Oval Office, leaving behind a note for his successor. Shortly after meeting the Trumps, President Obama choreographs a photo. Then President-elect Trump and President Obama enter the motorcade together. Hillary Clinton arrives at the Capitol with former President Bill Clinton, taking a short pause before walking out, smiling.
Good for Hillary Clinton for coming, for putting on a brave face. She clearly didn't look incredibly enthusiastic about being there, but who would be?
Clinton tweeting, "I'm here today to honor our democracy and its enduring values. I will never stop believing in our country and its future. Hashtag inauguration." The Trump children emerging first, Ivanka and Tiffany, opting for all-white ensembles. Then came Melania, dressed in a powder blue Ralph Lauren suit. Then the president-elect emerging to cheers in the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inauguration of the 45th President of the United States of America.
Eric Trump taking in the moment, saying to his wife, "This is unbelievable." Melania seen fixing Barron's tie.
The pomp, the circumstance, the majesty, what struck you?
All the pageantry of the day serves to erect him in the national imagination as the leader.
Justice Clarence Thomas issues the oath of office to the Vice President of the United States, Michael Pence. Pence putting his hand on the Reagan family Bible.
I, Michael Richard Pence, do solemnly swear.
Like the clouds over the event, a feeling of divisiveness also looming.
We live in a challenging and tumultuous time.
And then, as rain starts to fall, the moment, the swearing in of the 45th President of our United States, using both his childhood Bible and Lincoln's.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Mr. President. We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and restore its promise for all of our people.
President Trump promising change for everyone.
So to all Americans in every city, near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words: you will never be ignored again.
They are the folks who consider themselves the forgotten people that Donald Trump talked about in his speech. They're excited to no longer be forgotten.
But the tone of the speech at times bleak, presenting a dark image of America.
mothers and children trapped in poverty in our inner cities, rusted out factories scattered like tombstones across the landscape of our nation. This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
It was angry. I mean, it was dark.
Painting a portrait of American carnage, as he said.
I think a lot of people that are worried, nervous, scared right now, we're looking to that speech to try to, for a symbol of unity, to try to bring the country together. They didn't hear that today.
And of course, he continued the ubiquitous themes of his campaign.
We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
I don't think the moment today gave Donald Trump an opportunity to unify the country, because he came here to disrupt and change Washington, not to unify it.
Trump speaking for a little over 16 minutes to a crowd of hundreds of thousands, paling in comparison to the estimated 1.8 million that turned out for President Obama's 2009 inauguration. We met this family from Indiana.
I think Trump truly loves this country, and I think that will get him through.
But not all of them are Trump supporters.
Thanksgiving dinner must be fun for you guys.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk politics.
We don't talk politics.
No, okay.
Right.
But you're cordial.
Yes.
How can the country learn from your family?
You have to have respect for other people's opinions. I mean, it's just an opinion.
The theme of respect echoed by this man.
I'm an Obama person. You know, as African Americans, I think you were raised to be Democrats. But guess what? Obama had his opportunity. Donald Trump is in. We got to respect that. You got to give a man an opportunity.
Moments after his speech, the final goodbyes. Donald Trump seeing off now former President Obama and his wife, departing in Executive One. With a farewell salute, the baton officially passed.
I think the moment when you saw Barack Obama and Michelle Obama getting on Marine One to take off from the back of the Capitol, that's the moment that really hit home for me, that this was the ending of one era and the starting of another one.
The helicopter doing a flyby over the White House. His longtime photographer, Pete Souza, posting this photo on social media. Joe and Dr. Jill Biden left the Capitol on an Amtrak, a trip he's taken about 8,000 times throughout his career.
Hey, guys.
After the ceremony, President Trump got down to business, signing a series of executive orders. Alongside him, his grandchildren, laughing and playing. A sweet moment as his son Barron played peekaboo with Ivanka's son. And offering the first pen to Nancy Pelosi.
How about we'll do Nancy first? Is that okay?
And this, the first photo of President Trump in the White House Red Room. Followed by yet another tradition, lunch in the Capitol with 200 guests, including Hillary Clinton. It's the first time she and Trump have come face to face since the election. Shortly after, a surprising public show of respect for the Clintons, with memories of their bitter presidential battle still so fresh.
I was very honored, very, very honored, when I heard that President Bill Clinton and Secretary Hillary Clinton was coming today, and I think it's appropriate to say, I'd like you to stand up. I have a lot of respect for those two people, so thank you all for being here.
The Hillary Clinton moment where he gave her a standing ovation in the luncheon, what does that say to you?
You needed one moment at least of that acknowledgement. It didn't come in the speech, so I think it was appropriate, and I'm sure it was appreciated by the Clintons.
On its way back to the White House, his motorcade stopped twice so the new first family could greet the crowds. Later, walking across the lawn to his celebration parade, ABC's Jonathan Karl got in the first question.
Mr. President, how are you feeling?
Really great, thank you.
A night of celebration for the new first family. President Donald Trump taking the stage at the first inaugural ball with the new First Lady, touting his unexpected victory.
People that weren't so nice to me were saying that we did a really good job today.
He thanked his wife.
My number one supporter, Melania, what she puts up with. Oh. No, we really did something that's so special.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first couple, Donald and Melania Trump.
The traditional first dance to the song My Way, made famous by Frank Sinatra.
I didn't know
for the president whose whole campaign was about breaking rules and doing it his way. Melania wearing an ivory off-the-shoulder gown designed in a collaboration between herself and Hervé Pierre.
Melania has looked beautiful last night, today, tonight, gorgeous.
The couple were joined by Vice President Pence and his wife, along with the Trump children. Ivanka Trump, stunning in a golden Carolina Herrera ball gown, glowing with pride alongside her husband, Jared Kushner.
She looked like a princess. She really is the face of the children of the president.
And for her to wear that sort of gold fairy tale tulle gown was also a big moment for her. I mean, this is a big night for all of them.
This was the first of 3 inaugural balls. President Trump spoke at each one.
Should I keep the Twitter going or not? Keep it going?
The festivities decidedly toned down from past administrations. President Obama had 10 balls and was serenaded by Beyonce.
My love has come along.
The biggest headliner tonight, the Rockettes.
Didn't feel like it had the same pulse as what has happened in the past 4 years or even 8 years ago.
But it wasn't all partying today. Right before leaving for the balls, the new president already at work in the newly decorated Oval Office, signing more executive orders tonight with those new golden curtains behind him. One of them, a symbolic gesture promising to minimize the economic burden of Obamacare.
Hi, John Francis Kelly.
And Vice President Pence quickly swearing in Generals John Kelly and James Mattis for Secretaries of Homeland Security and Defense before heading off to celebrate. But tonight, after the celebrations end and the protests die down, the entire First Family will spend their first night in the White House. In the morning, America will wake up with a new commander-in-chief and the first days of the 45th presidency.